Good morning, myself Maninder Kaur, lecturer chemistry. Today my topic is pH value and buffer solution. How can we protect our environment? We can protect our environment by not littering and not polluting our air or water. Not only does the pH of a stream affect organisms living in the water, a changing pH in a stream can be an indicator of increasing pollution or some other environmental factor. pH tells us the acid factor in water, which can tell us if the water is safe to use. pH. The concept of pH was first introduced by Danish chemist Søren Peder Lauritz Sorensen. Dr. Sorensen developed the pH scale during his research into proteins, amino acids, and enzymes. The basis of today's protein chemistry in a paper titled Enzyme Studies. The measurement and meaning of hydrogen ion concentration in enzymatic processes. What is pH? pH stands for hydrogen potential and measures the degree of acidity or alkalinity in water. pH stands for hydrogen potential and it measures the degree of acidity or alkalinity in water. What does pH mean? The initials pH stand for potential hydrogen. The term pH originates from French term pouvoir hydrogen or hydrogen power and has since been expressed as parts hydrogen. pH refers to the amount of hydrogen ions found in a substance. pH refers to the amount of hydrogen ions found in a substance. It is the amount of hydrogen ions present in a substance that determines the acidity or alkalinity in that substance. pH can tell us how healthy our environment is just by showing us the acidity. Even though you may not hear it as a big problem, everyone is having conversations about pH is a big part of our lives. pH ranges from 0 to 14, being 7, look here, being with 7 it is neutral. pH less than 7 are acidic, with while pH greater than 7 they are basics. What did we learn? pH scale tells you the acidity of a liquid substance. It can show you all liquids acidity numbering from milk to acid rain. pH stands for power of hydrogen. Self-ionization of water. Two water molecules produce a hydronium ion. Two water molecules produce a hydronium ion and a hydroxide ion by transfer of a proton. Conductivity measurements show that the concentration of hydronium ion and hydroxide ion in water are each only 1 into 10 to the power minus 7 moles per liter. The concentration of hydronium ion is equal to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7. The concentration of OH ion equal to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 7. Ionization of water. In water, H ion is transferred between water molecule. In water, H ion is transferred between water molecules, forming hydronium ion and OH ions. Pure water contains small but equal amount of ions, hydronium ion and OH ion. Water molecule, two molecules of water, hydronium ion is formed and OH ions is formed. Ionization constant of water, Kw, is equal to concentration of hydronium ion and concentration of OH ion is equal to 1.0 into 10 to the power minus 14. If the concentration of hydronium ion is equal to hydroxide ion, the solution is neutral. If the concentration of hydronium ion is greater than OH ion, the solution is acidic. If the concentration of hydronium ion is less than OH ion, the solution is basic. Ion product of water, Kw is equal to concentration of hydronium ion. This bracket shows the molar concentration. So, Kw is equal to concentration of hydronium ion and concentration of OH ion. This is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 7 into 1 into 10 to the power minus 7. This is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 14. So, Kw is equal to 1 into 10 to the power minus 14. Acids and bases. What is an acid? What is a base? What is the pH scale and how do we use one? What is acid rain and the effects of acid rain? Acids. Acids increase H ions. Second, for example, HCl plus water, it gives hydronium ion plus chloride ions. More hydronium ion than water, more concentration of hydronium ion than water. As the concentration of hydronium ion increases, the OH ions decreases. The concentration of hydronium ion is greater than OH ion. A solution acids, a solution with a high concentration of hydrogen ions. What are the characteristics of acids? Acids taste sour, feels sticky, may burn nose, reacts with metals, litmus paper turns red, and pH is equal to 0 to 6.9. Bases. Bases increase the hydroxide ions, OH ions, sodium hydroxide, it gives plus water, it gives sodium ions and OH ions. More concentration of hydroxide ions than water. When OH ions increases, the concentration of hydronium ion decreases. A basis, a solution with a high concentration of hydroxide ions or a low concentration of hydrogen ions. The characteristics of bases: they taste bitter, feel slippery, reacts with organic compounds, and litmus paper turns blue. pH is equal to 7.1 to 14. Acids and bases. An acid can be defined as a proton donor, a chemical that increases the concentration of hydrogen ions in a solution. Acid is a proton donor and it increases the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution. What is a base? A base can be defined as a proton acceptor, a chemical that reduces the concentration of hydrogen ion in solution. So, base is a proton acceptor and it reduces the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution. Acids dissolves in water to furnish H ions. For example, HCl, it gives H ions and chloride ions. HNO3, it gives H ions and nitrate ions. HF gives hydrogen ion and fluoride ion. Base dissolves in water to furnish OH ion. For example, sodium hydroxide NaOH gives sodium ion and OH ion. Potassium hydroxide gives potassium ion and OH ion. Ammonium hydroxide gives ammonium ion and OH ion. Acids and bases. Acids when dissolved in water gives H ion. Bases they give OH ion. Strong acid plus strong base is equal to neutral solution. Strong acid, weak base is equal to weak acid. Weak acid and strong base is equal to weak base. A solution neutral, a solution that is neither acidic nor basic in nature. Characteristics of neutral solutions: taste sweet or oily, may be tasteless, feel slippery or sticky, may conduct electricity or chemically smell strong. pH is equal to 7. pH measures the concentration of hydrogen ion in the solution and the acidic or basic nature of solution. It ranges from 0 to 7. pH values less than 7 are acidic. pH values more than 7 are basic. pH value equal to 7, they are neutral. pH indicates the acidity concentration of hydronium ion of the solution. pH indicates the acidity of the solution. pH is equal to minus log hydronium ion concentration. If the concentration of H ion is greater than OH ion, the solution will be acidic. If the concentration of H ion is equal to OH ion, the solution will be neutral. And if the concentration of OH ion is greater than H ion, the solution will be basic. pH of some common acids: gastric juice 1.0, lemon juice 2.3, vinegar 2.8, orange juice 3.5, coffee 5.0, milk 6.6. Blood. pH of some common bases: blood 7.4, tears 7.4, sea water 8.4, milk of magnesia 10.6, and household ammonia 11.0. Learning check pH. Identify each solution as acidic, basic or neutral. First is HCl with a pH 1.5. It will be acidic. Second, pancreatic fluid equal to 1 into 10 to the power 8. It will be basic. Sprite, soft drink, pH is equal to 3. It will be acidic. If pH is equal to 7, it is neutral. If the concentration of OH ion is equal to 3 into 10 to the power 10, it will be acidic. If the concentration of H ion is 5 into 10 to the power minus 12, then it is basic. Acid rain. Unpolluted rain has a pH of 5.6. Rain with a pH below 5.6 is acid rain. Carbon dioxide in the air forms carbonic acid. Carbon dioxide plus water, carbonic acid H2CO3 is formed. Adds H ion of rain, H2CO3 gives H ion plus HCO3 minus 1. pH theory. pH is a unit of measurement. pH is equal to power of hydrogen. It is defined as a negative logarithm of hydrogen ion activity. pH is defined as a negative logarithm of hydrogen ion activity. So, pH is equal to log 1 over H ion. pH is a unit of measure which describes the degree of acidity or basic nature of a solution. It is measured on a scale of 0 to 14. The formal definition of pH is the negative logarithm of hydrogen ion activity. So, pH is equal to minus log concentration of H ion. The pH value of a substance is directly related to the ratio of hydrogen ion and hydroxyl ion concentration. If H ion concentration is higher than OH ion, the material is acidic. If concentration of OH ion is higher than H ion, the material is base. If the pH value is less than 7, the solution will be acidic, and if it is more than 7, then it increases the basicity. pH is equal to minus log concentration of hydronium ion. POH is equal to minus log concentration of OH ion. pH plus POH is equal to 14. pH scale corresponds to the concentration of hydrogen ion. If you take the exponent of hydronium ion concentration and remove the negative sign, you have pH of the solution. If you take the exponent of hydronium ion concentration and remove the negative sign, you have pH of the solution. For example, pure water, H ion concentration is 1 into 10 to the power minus 7. Therefore, the pH would then be 7. We use this scale to measure the strength of an acid or a base. pH is defined as minus log H ion concentration. pH can use the concentration of hydronium ion or hydrogen ions. The addition of an acid to water increases the concentration of hydrogen ion and reduces the concentration of hydroxyl ion. The addition of acid to water increases the concentration of hydrogen ion and reduces the concentration of hydroxyl ion. The addition of a base would increase the concentration of hydroxyl ion and decreases the concentration of hydrogen ions. A pH measurement system consists of three parts: a pH measuring electrode, reference electrode, and a high input meter. The pH measuring electrode is a hydrogen ion sensitive glass bulb. The reference electrode output does not vary with the activity of hydrogen ion. pH meter measures the voltage potential difference between the inside of pH electron and outside sample. What is a pH meter? It acts as a voltmeter and translates electrode potential to pH scale. Meter functions, stores calibration curve, adjusts for temperature changes, adjusts electrode slope, signals when reading is stable. pH is equal to minus log concentration of H ion. pH is a unit of measurement used to express the degree of acidity of a product. The pH scale runs from 0 to 14. 0 runs from 0 meaning very acidic to 14 which is very basic. An acid food will taste very sour while a base food will taste bitter. From pH 0 to 6, 0 to 6 is acidic, 8 to 14 is basic, and pH 7 is neutral. The acidity or alkalinity of a solution is measured as pH. The more acidic a solution, lower pH. The more alkaline a solution, higher the pH. Water